Loving at 50. Today I'd like to speak to my OGs and my grace queens. So who is in their 50s and feels in their heart that they really want to get into a relationship? It's amazing how society can decide for you, if you're not 25, you're not 35, or you're 45, that when you're beyond the fifth floor and above, that you do not need to be thinking about love. Who said? You're very mistaken. For my group of people who are in their 50s, just know that there is hope for love. I know that getting into a relationship when you're in that floor or the fifth floor can be very scary and very intimidating. But you need to be able to put yourself out there. And that is what I am planning to do. But I'd like you to join me on this journey. So let's put ourselves out there. Let's find a way of healing our hearts, because we've carried baggage from past pain, from past hurts, and see what is going to happen. So what do you think you're going to get out of being in love at 50? Personally, the things that I would look at is considering to date for fun. I know that most times we want to get into a relationship so that it ends up in marriage. But how about you date for fun? Get to meet someone special. And maybe you have same interests, and you never know how far it will go. But let's start by dating for fun. The other thing I would like us to consider as 50-year-olds, both male and female, is to get to the place where you have an inner glow. You know, you don't have to look at, oh my God, my midsection is not making sense. You have all these wrinkles and you're like, who's gonna like me at 50? But hey, who said that they're going to be looking at the outer? How about you have your inner glow and it's going to come out? I meet people who are like, you must be 35. And I'm like, oh yeah, I must be 35. But it's the inner glow that causes the outer surface to just be taken care of. Next, you must determine the age group that you want to date. What is interesting, and I don't want to bring my daughter into this story, but she has been my person to see. I can't even begin to explain how I'm a magnet for the younger group. Younger here, I'm talking 30. I can never date anyone who's my oldest son's age. Please listen to me. Not anyone younger than my son. But my preference, however, would be younger. If older comes, that's fine. But for me, younger would be fine. So I'm looking at 40, 45. So it's good to determine what age you would like to date, the age group that you would like to consider, even as we put ourselves out there. The other thing is, do not lend, do not borrow, do not get to a place where you're engaging in money with the person that you're dating with, because this is a recipe for disaster. This is what happens. When you get to an older age, you tend to feel like you need to buy love. So here you are, you made this, since I'm looking at a younger, I'm there, I'm giving him pocket money, I'm paying for his house, I am doing his barber shop. Why? He needs to come sorted. So please do not buy love. Do not lend, do not borrow money from someone that you're dating. It's a no-go zone. Lastly, keep the cookie locked down. Do not go out there dishing just because you think that this is what will keep the person interested in you. No. In fact, I can say it for myself because I'm single. It's not easy, but you have to keep it in the jar. I know that the other people who are out there and they can do this, you can. However, can you let that guy sweat it out? As in, let the 90-day rule apply. I know Steve Harvey and all his theories, but 90-day rule. For the ones who do not need to apply the Christian kind of dating where you have to wait until you're married, it applies. Don't put yourself out there way too much just because you feel that you're probably older and maybe you need to relax and compromise on some things. No, set a standard. Level it up, girl. Even at 50, you can still find the right person, you can do the right things, and you'll still be able to experience love. So what are we saying? We are saying we put ourselves out there. We are saying that we can keep our health and ourselves together by allowing the inner glow to come out. we are saying you need to determine the right age that you need to date and open yourself up to love at 50.